Good morning. So today we're going to take the 96 Camaro with the 5.3 turbo to the drag strip and see what it does. If y'all follow the channel, you'll know that last fall I had a wheel hop incident that I had bolt-in relocation brackets and they give, and then a bunch of stuff under there. So we got it all straightened out and I switched it from a 410 to a 355 gear, just because 410s doing 135 and a quarter just didn't get along too well. A little bit too many RPMs in my opinion. And I put the 355s in it just to make it more street friendly and stuff like that. But we fixed the rear end, put 355 gears in it. We welded in the lower control arm relocation brackets, so they're not going to go anywhere anymore. And then I took it over to, I drove it a little bit, let the suspension settle. Then we took it over to Willis, my buddy Willis's house. He's got a concrete garage floor, so it was set nice and flat. And we measured just with a tape measure the best we could, you know, trying to get it in the center of the wheel. We went off the back of the rim on this side and the back of the rim. They're both 15-inch rims on this side. To get them even, the wheelbase is supposed to be 101.1 or something like that. I wasn't worried about that. I was more worried about getting the tires centered in the wheel well and making them both even. I'm pretty confident we got them both even. And yeah, this one was way close to the fender, but I think we're all set. We'll check the tire pressure, check the oil. I checked the transmission. I was driving it around yesterday a little bit. Yeah, me and Willis cruised around in it a little bit, but I checked the transmission fluid yesterday, checked the oil, checked the tire pressure. I'm gonna put these are the ET Streets 275 60 15s. I'm gonna put them at 17 psi, and then we'll head over to the drag strip. I'm gonna leave it on I forget what pound spring it's in, but on turned all the way down, it's about 7 pounds of boost. With the 410 gears, I think it cut a 13760 and ran a 10.7 the way it's set right now. So we'll see how that does first. We'll make a pass first like that. Oh, I think I got the two-step turned down too, a little bit lower, so it'll probably only run low 11 maybe. But we'll see how it does the first pass with the rear and everything. If everything's good, we'll turn it up and see if see how close we can get it to run a 5 in the 8th and how deep in the 9s we can get in the quarter. But yeah, to the drag strip. Here we are, Kentucky Dragway. Time to have some fun. Willis is here and my buddy TJ's here also. He parked way over there. I guess me and Willis, we gonna park right here, I guess. I don't know. TJ come down and park with us, I guess. Or maybe he's just turning his car in, warming it up. Got Willis here. Got the two-step on 3200 for now. We're going to turn that up later, and the boost controller is all the way down. We're just going to make sure it goes down the track correct with the new rear end setup first. Let's see what it does. Holy cow, that thing dead hooked and it was gone. I mean, it dead hooked and just boom. I wonder what it ran. That felt really fast. Holy cow, I just ran a 987 at 132 on 8 pounds of boost. You are kidding me. So I didn't data log that one, but I mean, it's set to where it usually makes 7-8 pounds of boost, unless a wastegate line come off somewhere. But let's turn the boost controller up some and set the two-step to 3,600 and see if we can't go faster. That's my fastest time ever in this car. That's crazy. And unless a wastegate line came off, that would have only been 8 pounds of boost. But we'll look at it and see, because it shouldn't have went that fast like that. There's no way it should have went that fast. I thought that was too good to be true. A wastegate line come unhooked. So yeah, that was full boost. That's all right. It's got more in it. We'll turn this two-step up to 3,600 and we'll get a little bit more out of it. Let's turn the two-step up to 3,600 RPM. It dead hooked, man. Them shocks wasn't playing around. Them rear shocks, pullovers, it wasn't even playing around, man. It hooked and went. So we'll turn it up, and that's the bad lane. I wasn't even in the good lane. I was in the slicker lane. It dead hooked. So let's turn it up 3,600. See if it'll take 3,600. All right, there we go. I got it set at 3,600. That's going to make a big difference right there. We might want 260 foot, and I unhooked the wastegate, so nothing is going to the bottom of the wastegates to try to open them, which there wasn't nothing before because that line popped off. We were at full boost, so it was actually at like 16 to 18 pounds. But let's see if we can improve our 60 by turning that two-step up a little bit. I don't know if you want to know how the air is. The DA is 300 right now. I just checked that. 300 DA, pretty good air. And the sun's out beating on the track. The lower the DA, the more power you make, but usually when it's cold is when the DA is good, and then the track's cold and you don't get traction. But when the sun's out and beating down on the track, that helps a lot. Again, the DA's at 650 now, but we turned the two-step up from 3,200 RPM to 3,600 RPM. This might be the last pass because I believe they're only doing test and tune to 245, and then they're going to start the bracket race. But hopefully Willis will video this one for us. Well, it didn't like the 3,600 RPM launch. It shook the tire pretty bad. But where we welded in those lower control arm brackets, tire didn't move, didn't hurt anything. But it's rained the last few days, and I hit that water on the return road pretty bad, and the water's all up in the fender when I go up there and do a burnout. That's water from hitting that water puddle on the return road. I nailed it, and I've got water dripping out. It was dripping out right there before I made that hit. Now I don't know where this one's got all the water gets up in there, man. You gotta drive it a little while to get it out, but I don't know if that did it, because I hit that water on the return road pretty bad both times. And I did let it set there, but it was still dripping when I went up there. He said it was dripping right there, so you can see it dripping. That's water up in there, and then it's back here too. That's water from that water puddle on the return road. It lost the left tire right where that water dripped out from behind the front tire. Boom, right there. And then the right tire took over and sent me to the left. So it might have been the water, but you'll look, the rear end is squatting. I want it to separate. So I'm going to turn the compression up in the rear end a couple of turns, maybe even 3 or 4, and lower the rebound in the rear maybe 1 or 2, because I want that tire to separate from the fender. I don't want it to squat on a prep track. But they only had test and tune till 1 to 245. So test and tune's over. They're going to go in the bracket race. I didn't enter that, but I think this thing a 1.28 60 foot turned up if it'll hook on 3,600 RPM. And if it does that, it'll run a 9.6 and probably a 6.1 in the 8th. That's as fast as it's going to go until we get a 78, 75 turbo. But let's watch TJ. TJ's got 2 S10s. This one's a 5.3 bored out to a 5.7 pretty much. And it run 641 all motor with a carburetor. And he's got another one. It's a 5.3. Are you on methanol on this? Yeah, he's on methanol. He's got a 5.3 S10. It's multicolored, and he ran a 6.9 with it on methanol. They got pretty big cams in them, but yeah, he gets these things to run on carburetor. But Willis over there, he's having traction issues. We went over to his house the other day and tried to figure out what it's doing. His shocks are really bad. I mean, they're really bad. And the front end comes up too fast, and it bottoms out on the bump stop. And if it didn't bottom out on the bump stop, the sway bar is there. And I tried to talk him into taking all that out, but he wouldn't take it out. But so he ordered some new shocks all the way around it. Hopefully that'll help, because it comes up so fast, it hits the bump stop, and then it unloads the back tire and spins on him. But once he gets that fixed, the car will be way more consistent. But yeah, if your suspension ain't right, even on a 13-second car, you're gonna have problems. You know, if your suspension's right on a 9-second car, to go right down the track. And that one will on a good warm day, and if water wasn't from hitting puddles. You gonna win the bracket race today, TJ?
I doubt it.
Ah, come on now. Yeah. Don't be Debbie Downer. You got this. Is that 61? Is that your fastest time?
Not ever, but today, yeah.
You want to tell viewers about your vehicle?
I won't say about it. It's a turd.
It runs good. He's got a 5.3 with a cam and carburetor, and he's got it running in the high 6s, running 6.9. This is 8th mile. But yeah, we'll see what these guys do on this bracket race. He's entered in modified, and he's entered in daily driver and sportsman. Willis gets camera nervous. All right, kind of sucks though. I've run 2 9-second times, nobody's got a video of either one of them. Alright, here's Willis and Brian. They're in daily drivers, sportsmen, foot brake. I don't know. They're in a few classes. I don't even know which one this is, but they'll usually race each other when there's a buyback and then split the buyback. Oh, Brian red lit. Willis gets the win. Racing a motorcycle. I'm not sure what class he's in either. I guess he's in the same class Will and Brian just ran. He dialed in a 661. Racing a crotch rocket. I'll probably fix the wastegate line on mine and turn it down to 3,000 RPM and start doing modified class. On weekends they don't have like a 6.5 index or a no prep. I'm gonna put upper ball joint extensions in the front. Start trying to do no prep too. But on a plus note, the 355 gears and the power steering didn't slow it down none. It went faster. That's the fastest it's ever went. Well, it looks like they are still letting us test and tune, so I'll make another pass. Lowered the rebound 2 and tightened the compression 2 on the rear end though. Willis just made a pass. It looks like he lost, but he's in 2 classes. Plus first round there's a buyback. This will be the last one for sure though, because I'm about out of gas. And nowhere around here close sells E85. I gotta drive 45-minute round trip to get some. This time it didn't really squat. I did a little, but the front end's coming up too fast. But still, I don't think that track's gonna hold it at 3,600 RPM. If it'll launch on that RPM, it'll want 260. It did squat a little. Tighten the compression up a little more and lower the rebound a little bit more, and then we're going to tighten the front end up a few clicks too. Oh, the track just ain't going to hold that RPM. I'm out of gas. I'm going to just set it back to 32, and like they're not even prepping the track today, they're just running it. But yeah, if I had enough gas I'd lower it to 34 and see if we could get it to launch, but I guess it's going to have to be a warmer day with a good prep track before we can turn it up to 36. Other than that, other than launching harder and getting that 60 foot down, that's as fast as it's going to go. 980 something. Well, there went TJ. He got a win on a red light, it looks like, and then Willis is coming up. There's 2 rounds of buybacks. Willis is in 2 classes. TJ's just in 1. But yeah, I'm done for the night. I'm out of gas anyway. I don't want to run it that low doing that, because if it runs out of gas while you're doing that, you could hurt it pretty bad. But here's Willis in the right lane. Round 2. I didn't see what he ran either. Oh, 863. Oh no, that's 80 miles an hour and 63. I don't know. Whoops. Hit the wrong button there. Alright, here we go. Willis and Brian again. This is the last. They had 2 rounds of buybacks. This is the second round. So, oh, Willis' car quit. There we go. See if we can get the tree in here. I tightened up the front end, 2 clicks on the rebound, and set the 2-step back to 3,200 RPM. Let's try one more pass. I just want a 9-second pass on video, man. I've ran 2 9-second passes and neither time was a video. Y'all notice on this pass the suspension worked a lot better. It should have 60 foot better. I don't know why I didn't 60 foot better, but look, the front end stays down, the rear end squats a little. Actually it squats a little and then it starts to separate, but the front end stayed down. That 986 pass, it pulled the wheels, but I got the suspension better. I need to tighten up the compression in the rear and loosen the rebound a little bit more, but it should have 60 footer. That should have been the best pass. I don't know, the DA went up to about 700-800. That 9.8 pass, the DA was 300. But yeah, anyway, there you go guys, 9-second pass on video. It 60'd way better that first pass. Don't know what that's all about. It ran slower the whole way, but at mile per hour better. Anytime you 60 higher, you mile per hour higher. I don't know what that's all about, but if you 60 lower, you mile per hour lower. But yeah, I wish it would hold a 3,600 RPM launch. I launched at 3,200 RPM on both of these. When I tried 36, it just blew the tires off, which I get this suspension set a little better. It probably hold that, and it'll probably hold that in the summertime. It just won't run as fast in the summertime because the air's not as good. But I am flat out of gas. So we can't make no more. I kind of wanted to try one maybe in between 3,400 RPM, but not going to be today because it's a 45-minute round trip to get gas, plus the time it takes to get gas. It'll probably take me 50 minutes, 55 minutes, and they'll be done racing by then. We will go get some more gas for next time, and then see how TJ and Willis do in the bracket racing. I just live a half mile away. I'm just gonna drive this thing home and come back and watch them. I'm gonna get a truck and get a pop because the concessions ain't open today. But I hope y'all enjoyed. But more video to go, bracket racing. I tell you what, y'all, I took the car home. It's out of gas. I could have stayed in the car, but I went and got the truck. I wanted to get something to drink. Concessions are closed. But anyway, Brian's out, unfortunately. But Willis and TJ are still in, I think. Willis is in the test and tune lane. I don't know what's going on. I wasn't gone that long, but we'll see. Oh, did I mention? I love that power steering. Well, crap, I missed TJ's pass, but he won again. There's Willis making a pass. We get the W. This is Quarter Mile Sportsman. He got the win. They both broke out, I think. Yes, Willis for the win. I probably didn't record that very good. Some messages popped up on the screen. I was a little late, but Willis with the win. All right, 3 cars left. This is foot brake 8th. Why do I keep doing that? Foot brake 8th mile. And there's 3 cars left, and TJ and Willis have to race each other, but that means one of them's going to the finals. It's hard to hold the camera straight when you're zoomed in this far. This should be good. As long as I don't hit that rotate button. Point it back at my ugly face. 684 to 852 on the dial in. Who's going to win? I'm rooting for both of them. There goes Willis with his head start. Here comes TJ. Oh, TJ with the win. So Willis is still in trophy. He's in the finals in trophy. He's got to race that Nova right there. And then TJ is in the finals in Sportsman. Giving him a thumbs up. Didn't see it. All right, here we go. Finals and Quarter Mile Sportsman. Willis in your right hand lane there. Dialed in at 1355 to the Nova's 1166, I believe. Yeah, 1160. I'm trying to look at it through the camera. Can't see it as good as looking at it. See what we get. Willis lights that first stage, then goes the Nova. The Nova goes into the second beam. Willis goes in the second beam. Here we go. Willis get the head start. Oh, and he spun a little. Here comes the Nova. Come on, Willis. Willis gets the win. Yes. Willis is your Sportsman winner.
Oh, I want to watch this.
All right, here's your finals. And what class is this, Willis? It's 8th mile.
Sportsman.
8th mile foot brake, I believe it's called. You were in daily drop? I don't know. They've changed the name of the classes up some, but
I won the trophy class. I run the one trophy and got down to 3 cars in Sportsman.
yeah. And this is Sportsman 8th mile, I guess, or foot brake 8th mile or something. I don't know. Are you TJ in your left lane? They left pretty dead even. TJ with the win. These guys
Dead on when I raced.
He ran dead on there.
Ran the 64 with a 4.
These guys make me look good to hang out with, I swear.
Shoot.
Every time I come with these guys, one of them's in the winner's circle.
Yeah, but you're our mechanic. We couldn't do it without you. You're the one that makes your cars go fast.
Yeah. All in all, it was a great day of racing. TJ here got the win in Sportsman foot brake 8th mile, and Willis actually got 3rd in that class as well. And then Willis got 1st place in Quarter Mile Trophy. Now I run a new personal best ET and mile per hour and the 5.3 GT45 turbo. But y'all have a great day.